Well, let's talk about some of the food shots. And the shot I like really want to talk about is this kind of like tube here, this like surf.
Yeah,
This is like barreling inside the butter. I love this shot so much.
yeah. So let me start off by saying, like, I wish I came up with that shot, but unfortunately I didn't. I think Lurpak is probably responsible for coming up with this one. Um, like it all begins with testing, because you cannot find out the dynamics of this on set because there's simply no time. And especially during this shoot, we were running three sets at the same time. So we had like two different food units. So there was a unit shooting this, there was a unit shooting the time lapse of the thing melting, and then I was shooting the scenes with the kids eating with their parents. So I was trying to divide my attention. So then it really helps that everything is abundantly clear. Like, what is the texture of the butter? How shiny is it? Even apart from what is the dynamic of how do we make the butter curl? Funny enough, it's simpler than you think. One of the tricks we often use in food is oversizing things. So of course, you can sort of make the camera smaller by using a probe lens. I don't know if everybody knows what it is, but otherwise Google probe lens. It kind of makes you feel like a tiny person standing on the kitchen counter, and because it's kind of long and small in diameter, it can reach in places that are otherwise hard to reach. But the second trick you can use is scale up things, because that makes the camera feel small. So that girl is probably like, I don't know, 1 foot big, kind of, if you would lay it
Mm.
down again.
Hmm.
Um, so the way we did that is we had like a quite a large surface of butter on a metal plate, and that metal plate was quite thin and it could bend, and it had a stick on it. So if you pulled on the stick, it would lay flat. But if you could kind of move that curl, and it would allow us to do a lot of takes to kind of get that right. So it was a probe lens pushing forward and somebody just kind of operating the wave
That's awesome.
at the same time. And that little horizon tilt that I think is in there, that really kind of sells the barreling effect of being sort of in the wave where you kind of get
Yeah.
tumbled. And one other thing that I thought was really nice, and here I need to give credit to my treatment designer, is that they wanted to have something of like having the omega 3 and 6 letters sink into the butter. And I
Hmm.
thought, hey, but it's really weird because then the butter needs to melt. And he was playing around with AI, and he came up with the idea of having the letters stamped into the curl. And when the curl melts, the of course the letters disappear. But there was, I thought, such a clever way to incorporate the letters, which are a bit artificial, in a way that still feels part of our universe. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was a kind of a key factor of me winning the job. And that I also thought, like, wow, like how things can go, because this is my treatment designer playing around with AI, coming up with this, and now suddenly, we're doing it.